Well, hello, everybody. I hope everyone's doing great today. Happy Thursday. I know I always have to pause when it comes to the days of the week. Hi, if you are new here, welcome. And thank you for your subscription. My name is Sophie. I am your friendly tarot reader. For this evening, I can answer any question that you may have, with the exception of medical and or legal questions. And tonight I am using oh dear, what was that? I just readjusted my table and things are in unfamiliar places. We are using the beloved Beautiful Creatures deck. It is so cute. Everybody loves this deck, including myself. I don't know how long, I don't know when this was even published. Yeah, this is a revised version, so I don't even know when it was originally published, because the revised version was done in 2017. Anyway, y'all don't care. I do. But anyway, so that is what we are using tonight. Hi, or E. Good to see you. Should you get a bunny? Well, I do believe, if I'm remembering correctly, I do believe you mentioned that you have a dog. And if that is the case, I wouldn't be able to tell you. I only know how bunnies react to cats, and it is not good. Bunnies are, it's funny, I was talking, Beatrice, oh my gosh, thank you so much for your donation, honey. I haven't seen you in a while. How are you doing? Good to see you. Let's go ahead and add you here. I know, I'm so happy you're here. It's been a while. It's been a while, love. I hope you're doing well. You found my twin on Instagram. Hi, Lorraine, by the way. Hi, Lorraine. You gotta show me who she is. Show me what she looks like. Speaking of twins, I was just out on a walk, and I swear, I saw a guy on his bike. I thought it was my dad. I was convinced. I saw my dad's doppelganger tonight. It was so funny. I to the point where I almost was like, Dad? Like, how come you didn't tell me you were coming here today? So funny. I didn't talk to him, but it was just like, so I saw my dad's doppelganger today. That was funny. No, I want to see who this doppelganger is on Instagram. Please send me what she looks like. People say I look like Anna Kendrick all the time. I get compared to her a lot. But it's funny. I often get, it goes through phases with the Anna Kendrick thing. Like, if she has a movie out or something, that's when I get it, like, constantly. I haven't heard it in a little while. Maybe I just don't look like her anymore. But actually, I think she just came out with something new. I don't even know. Yeah, please. I want to see a photo. Oh my gosh, that's so, the concept of doppelgangers just blows my mind. And oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I just noticed, Beatrice, you posted your question in your super chat. Thank you so much. What can I expect on this weekend trip between TC and me? Ooh, okay. B, what is your sign, and what is TC's sign? Angels, masters, and spirit guides. What can Beatrice expect? You're both Scorpios. Okay. She has a prosthetic eye, but other than that, twins. Wow. That is she. Never mind. Yeah, that's really cool. That's really cool. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What can Beatrice expect from this weekend trip with TC? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What can Beatrice expect from this weekend trip with TC? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What can Beatrice expect from this weekend trip with TC? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What can Beatrice expect from this weekend trip with TC? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What can Beatrice expect from this weekend trip with TC? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What can Beatrice expect from this weekend trip with TC? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What can Beatrice expect from this weekend trip with TC? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What can Beatrice expect from this weekend trip with TC? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What can Beatrice expect from this weekend trip with TC? This message in spirit guides. What can Beatrice expect from this weekend trip with TC? Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Cups reversed, the Lovers, Five of Swords reversed, and Queen of Cups reversed. Okay. How long have the two of you been seeing each other? Is this something new? Feels fresh, feels new. Overall, I mean, I'll go through every card and everything. But overall, from what I'm seeing here, looks like it's going to be a nice weekend. Again, I'm getting feelings. We are friends, and it's new. Yeah. Very, very fresh feelings here. And energies. You don't have to answer this if it's something that you feel uncomfortable answering, but have you been intimate with each other before? Or I shouldn't assume anything just by you saying that you're friends, but that is something that I'm seeing here, and I don't know if you're anticipating that this weekend. It sometimes happens on weekend trips. But if you have boundaries that are where it's just like, no, that's not going to happen this weekend, then that kind of changes the energy here. But if that is something that you are anticipating, it looks good. It looks good. You're both Scorpios. And I was actually telling a client the other day, I really want to become more well versed in specifically like Venus signs, like how like one's Venus sign and one's sexual energy in accordance to their sun sign, of which I have a wide breadth of information, but I could always use more. The sign that I know most about sexuality wise would be Scorpio. I have a couple of Scorpio friends who legit carry shungite around with them, men and women. They keep shungite with them to keep their sex drive not as intense as it always is, and that's not for every single Scorpio. That's not how every single Scorpio is. But the concern I have here is this Nine of Cups reversed. You guys have met in real life, right? There is like a physical chemistry there, right? Because Nine of Cups is satisfaction. Nine of Cups reversed is not. It is dissatisfaction. It might not be of a sexual nature. It might be of a nature of the fact that it's brand new. You guys are friends. I don't know how much time y'all have spent together, especially in and by intimate I don't mean sexual. By intimate I mean like, like you'll be sleeping, in the same room. You'll be eating meals together. You'll be waking up together. You'll be, not bathing together, but just the day-to-day functions of life will be closer because you'll be in, tight-knit quarters, I'm assuming. And that's really, really that's really, really key here. That's really like the Seven of Pentacles. That's really, really key is because that's such an important aspect of relationships, right? Especially if you want this to become something really solid. You want to make sure that you can enjoy being around each other for extended amounts of time, living regularly together, even though you're on vacation. It's a taste of it, right? And I really like this Seven of Pentacles. It's really showing that this is going to bring a lot of forward movement to this connection. And you're going to have a really lovely time with the Lovers right here in the center, to the point where you guys might even like wish it was a longer weekend. the two of you are both going to really enjoy this. It's going to be really lovely. It's like going to fly by. It's going to like fly by. It's going to be so enjoyable for you. Um, the only thing is I don't know how communicative he is with this Queen of Cups reversed. He may leave you, like after the trip's done, he may leave you wondering, like how did he feel about that? You know, he's very stoic. Yeah, yeah. Like you'll be left wondering, not out of his actions or anything, but just because of his lack of communication, because he didn't say hi. He might not say like, hey Beatrice, I had a wonderful weekend with you. He is going to have a wonderful weekend with you, but if he does, he's likely not going to say it. I don't know what his love language is, if he expresses himself, you know, in other ways, but it's definitely not through communication. So it may just leave you wondering, like, where is he at? Like, how did he feel about that? How did he feel about the trip? Rest assured, I truly believe that both you guys are really going to enjoy yourselves. And I think this questioning, you know, at the end of a trip with someone who's new in your life romantically, and that's very natural, especially if the gentleman is not so communicative. I think that happens with any new connection, with whatever you do, whether it just be a single date or, you know, going to coffee or whatever. I think, you know, in those early stages, there is going to be that I know we didn't pull the moon card, but it's very much that energy of the moon, of that which is unknown. And that will be that which will be revealed in time. Hopefully not too long. And I don't get the energy that it drags his feet either with the Seven of Pentacles. I get the energy that he does want to get this rolling and doesn't want to waste time. And I think, yeah, Five of Swords reverse. I think both of you guys are definitely going to think that this was a really good idea, a really good trip. Yeah, I think it's going to be solid, love. I think it's going to be solid. The only card that concerned me here is this Nine of Cups reverse, but I'm really not too concerned about it at all. I think it's just one of those things where it could very well be this aspect too, the stoicism, the lack of communique that kind of leaves you wondering. But I would say rest assured, he is definitely going to have a lovely time with you, and you with him. And I love this Seven of Pentacles, progress, growth. Yeah, so looks good, looks very good, love. I don't know where you're going, where you're headed, but like it's in nature or somewhere like that, but I think it's going to be really, really good for the two of you. A nice break for you and for him as individuals, and a wonderful step in the right direction as the two of you progress. You're very welcome. You are so welcome, Beatrice. Thank you, love. Hope I brought you some clarity there, and you have a wonderful weekend. I have no doubt you will. Feel free to let me know how it went. I'd love to know. I always like to keep posted with people and see. Piggy! Lorraine, what's up with the piggy emoji? Oh, you're all good. You are all good, love. So I am also a psychic medium. I can communicate with those who have passed on. If that is something that you are interested in, please let me know. And I would be honored to read for you if that is something you're interested in. I did a mediumship yesterday for one of my beloved clients. They had been trying to get through to a particular person who had recently passed away for about a month now. And my segue is I can't always get in touch with absolutely everyone for varying reasons. In that case, in this particular person's case, the person had passed on very, very traumatically and early and untimely. But I was finally able to get into contact with her yesterday. So I simply ask if that is something that you are interested in. Please simply ask me beforehand, and I can check and see if that person is willing and able to communicate with me. I also, well, with me to you, excuse me, to you. I also offer past life regression readings. Those are always very, very fascinating. I've never had one that wasn't. I've been studying past life regression for many, many years now. I have undergone past life regression. I've done it through guided meditation, hypnosis, and I have created a mode that involves tarot. That is something that you are interested in, please let me know. I do not believe in the whole twin flame thing. I don't know about y'all. I much love and respect to anybody who does believe in the twin flame concept. I just have some issues with it. However, I do absolutely believe in soulmates, and I offer soulmate confirmation readings. And they don't necessarily have to be of a romantic nature. They can be someone who is a friend or a family member, or even an animal, coworker, you name it. I've done soulmate readings for them. And onto that, I also offer and it's at no additional donation amount, but my hair. Some of my clients call it my OG love reading, which I think is cute. But it's not necessarily just for love or things of a romantic nature, questions of a romantic nature. I simply ask their thoughts, their feelings, and their intentions towards you, your general energies, and then I read into their general energies as well. And that can be done with 5 to 15 cards, up to 15 cards. I also offer private readings offline. I offer 2 different types. I offer them by appointment, one-on-one over Zoom, and I also offer them at no additional donation amount over Instagram, over DMs, voice memo DMs, or I can simply type it over email. And those are particularly useful for matters of discretion. If you don't want your reading to be done live, totally understand, that's fine. If you have reasons for privacy that need to be abided by, that's fine. Also, if you have a question and I'm not online or you haven't seen me online, I always have a deck of cards with me, and I've always got my phone on me, so just reach out to me and I can help you there. Other than that, that's pretty much my spiel. In terms of what's going on astrologically, that I wouldn't be able to tell you right now. I know we just recently had a full moon. I hope everybody took care of themselves during that time. Things have definitely been chaotic in many different ways all over the place. Yeah, I definitely put out all my beautiful crystals on the night of the full moon. Little green heart from Lorraine. Are you working today, Lorraine? And the donation queue is currently open, everybody. The first person to donate, or the next person to donate, will be next. Today's my day off, so I'm just resting a lot today. Good for you, girl. That's what's up. I don't know about you, but I've been extremely tired. I've been extremely tired lately. Although last night I slept maybe like 3 hours. I just couldn't really get any rest. I'm doing I'm doing well. Work's slow right now with my other job, because it's summertime. Um, but other than that, doing well. Definitely doing well. Went down to the beach earlier. Now that I have a little bit of extra time, I've been focusing on my health a little bit more, because I have a habit of neglecting that sometimes when I'm really, really busy. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes I just can't sleep, girl. Sometimes it's like I can't fall. I mean, I'm a night owl. Sometimes I can't fall asleep till like way late. And then, bam, the sun's up and it's just like, do, you know? So, on with the day. I'm looking at this doppelganger here. She's really pretty, but I don't think I look anything like her. That's so funny. I love her prosthetic eye with the star. That's hella cute. Yeah, she's really gorgeous. At first I thought it was a filter. Yeah, I can kind of see it. We have like kind of similar nose, kind of similar mouth, I guess. She has high cheekbones. Yeah, I can kind of see it. She's kind of got that Anna Kendricky kind of look, I guess. Yeah. I can see it in some of them. She's so pretty. Thank you. Oh, that's such a compliment. Thank you, Lorraine. Yeah, she's got those high cheekbones. Oh, thank you, Lorraine. Yeah, I've tried melatonin before in the past. It doesn't really help too much. I find that Benadryl helps. But I don't like how it makes me feel in the morning. But it like I mean, especially if I have like legit ass allergies that are keeping me up, like it's super helpful because those will keep you awake. But yeah, no, I guess I should try melatonin again. It's been a little while. Hi, Yvette. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much, Yvette. All right, let's go ahead and add you here. Oh, thank you for the like. Thank you for the like, Yvette. So, okay, so you posted your question here. What is it that Virgo wants to talk about? Sorry, it's just loading up on my phone. What is it that Virgo wants to talk about? It says he wants to meet up. Okay, and what is his name, Yvette? And what's your sign again, love? There might be a lag, Yvette. You might want to close out the browser and just open it up again. I'm a Virgo, and so is he, and his name is Ethan. Okay. Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What does Ethan want to say to Yvette? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What does Ethan want to say to Yvette? Did he say he had something he wanted to say to you? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What does Ethan want to say to Yvette? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What does Ethan want to say to Yvette? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What does Ethan want to say to Yvette? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What does Ethan want to say to Yvette? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What does Ethan want to say to Yvette? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What does Ethan want to say to Yvette? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What does Ethan want to say to Yvette? Angels, messengers, and spirit guides. What does Ethan want to say to Yvette? Eight of Wands reversed. Six of Swords reversed. Two of Pentacles reversed. Seven of Swords reversed. And Eight of Pentacles reversed. Oy vey. He just said he wants to see you and talk. Okay. Okay, yeah. It doesn't look like it's going to be a good message, love. The first card we have is the Eight of Wands reverse. I was very surprised at that. Eight of Wands is a message. Eight of Wands is communication. When we have it in its reverse position, either what he's saying is delayed. Yeah, it's something that he could technically say to you now. But he's waiting to see you in person. This is a really, really like loaded potato statement for me to make. I don't normally say this, but if I see it, if I feel it, I'll say it. Oh, so we won't be meeting then? No, I think you guys are going to be meeting. How have things been going in your relationship? And when was the last time that you saw him? And I need some clarity on a couple of things here. Just this one. I'm really confounded. Yeah, delayed. Yeah, space confusion. Have things been problematic between the two of you? Because this looks like breakup energy. I hate to say it, and the fact that he has this message for you, and Eight of Wands reversed indicates not that he doesn't have a message for you, but that there's a delay. They've been rocky last time we seen each other at an event. So yes, it is problematic. Yeah, and I don't know how long it's been going on for, but yeah, Six of Swords is a breakup, is detachment. We do have it in its reversed form. It's difficult. It's difficult for him to end this. It is hard for him to end it. But he's having a difficult time fitting you into his life with this Two of Pentacles reversed. I know we're all busy. You know, we've got work, we've got family, yada yada yada. But we still make time for the people and make space for the people who we care about in our world. And he's recognizing that he's just not making that space for you. He may feel that he absolutely can't make that space for you, and maybe he can't. Maybe there are just too many things going on in his life to have that space for you in his life. But that's where he's at now. The Seven of Swords reversed he's not going to be BSing you. He's going to be very straightforward. I don't know what his like communication style is typically, but he's going to be very, very straightforward. Like no game playing, no beating around the bush. Well, we're not together. He can keep that. He blocked my number, then unblocked, so he can keep it. We haven't had dealing in years. Oh, so so it's like it's a connection, but there's no label on it. He never said, "Hey, Yvette, be my girlfriend." Yeah, that's and I think that's part of this Seven of Swords reverse too. He can, yeah. I don't. I mean, he feels from the energy I'm gathering from him, he feels that this is this message is only appropriately conveyed in person. Um, some people feel that way. Honestly, me personally, I would rather be broken up with over the phone, especially not in a public place. And I know you guys aren't breaking up because you're not in a relationship, but there is a connection there, even though there isn't a label. And that's what this Seven of Swords reversed is about. It's like, I think he's going to note that, like, we haven't been, we're not officially together. It's not fair for me to, to not fit you into my life, to have you in a romantic context, but to keep you wondering. And yeah, Eight of Pentacles reversed. It's like he recognizes that he's not putting in the effort he should put in. He hasn't even put a label on it, hasn't even put a name on the connection. So yeah, whatever he's got to say to you, basically we kept running into each other. I don't want to be with him. I'm just gonna keep him where he is. Yeah, girl. I mean, if you've done this he blocked your number. F that. He blocked your number first. He did it first, so that and then he unblocked you. Okay, so did you say that you were gonna block him? Oh no. Oh, but no. You said, well, Brandon, he can keep that. He blocked my number, then unblocked, so you can keep. Yeah. Blocking and unblocking. That's playing games. That's the Seven of Swords reverse. Like the game playing needs to stop. Like, and yeah, it sounds like he's definitely not boyfriend material. And because I'm thinking like, yeah, if he, even if if I was wildly wrong, Yvette, and he said to you tomorrow, oh, I actually want to be your boyfriend. If we examine his behavior the whole time that you guys have had this situationship, like, is he really the type that you feel that you could trust to be with? You know what I mean? That's how I try to look at it. When I have been in similar situations. Yeah, I'm right there with you, girl. Just keep him where he is. Just keep him where he is. And yeah, anything he wants to say to you, like, he can say it to you over the phone. Hi Myra, no free readings, but thank you so much for being here. And if you are interested in a reading, all my donation information is at the top of the chat. Thank you. Yeah, just yeah, anything he can say to you, he can say over the phone, and when guys have said to me, oh, I want to see, I have something I need to tell you, and I need to see you in person. It hasn't happened in a long time. It happened a couple times in my 20s. It resulted in me, and one of them, he wasn't even my boyfriend technically, but we were together. It was like they just felt they needed to tell me in person, like that was the right thing. I'm like, really, a public outburst from me, and it is the right thing, is the right way of operating here. Like, no, yeah. So I would just keep him where he is, girl. And yeah, you are worth so much more than that. And anything you can say, you can just say over the phone. Thank you very, very much, Yvette. I really appreciate you, and I hope I brought you some clarity to that situation. Um, I'm definitely familiar with that. I'd simply jumping to the conclusion that I want to be with someone that never has said that. That man's so damn full of himself. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty audacious. That's some audacity, you know. Um, yeah, just assuming that you want to be with him, assuming that and also him drawing the boundaries here, whether they be, like I said, whether I'm wildly wrong and he says I want you to be my girlfriend, or whether he says I want to stop seeing you, he's the one delineating the boundaries here. It's him on his terms. The fact that we run around the same people, want it to be genuine, speak and keep it moving. Yeah, yeah, you guys, I'm assuming, share friends. You're in the same scene, same group of people. You guys run into each other all the time. You would imagine, or you would think, like, do you get some intel on him from, like, some of his friends? The man has did so much extra. Yeah, it sounds like he's one of those that enjoys playing games, and yeah, does have some audacity for sure. Um, some of these men out here, I just don't even know. I just don't even know. Oh, I hear kitty cats meowing. He would say weird shit, do weird things, and I'm just like, you didn't like me before. Why we try to make it as though we're buddy buddy now? We're not. Yeah, sounds like he's a really moody guy. Virgo. No offense, because I know you're a fellow Virgo, but those Virgo men's, they can definitely. I find Virgo women to be far less moody. Same with Pisces women as opposed to Pisces men. And my theory to that is, as women, we are just hardwired biologically to handle moods and to go through moods. Um, Dudes, no, not so much. And you mentioned he's very stoic. I would imagine he's not in touch with his emotions. Um, and it sounds like they manifest in these mood swings. Um, where, yeah, saying weird things, or misleading things. Um, yeah, I don't know how old this guy is, but his emotional maturity level is extremely low. Um, Good grief. I feel like I've definitely met that kind of guy for sure. Hi, Debbie. How you doing, love? Good to see you. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. It is I was gonna say it's a beautiful day, but it's a little chilly where I'm at today. But I went down to the beach and it was lovely. It was beautiful. How are things where you're at, love? Yeah, I was gonna ask what the weather's like. I mean, I've been to Connecticut quite a few times actually. One of my best friend back in college went to college there, so I would go visit him at Wesleyan, and but it would always be like in the fall or in the spring, because then in the summer he'd come back here. So I don't know what Connecticut's like in the summertime, but I would imagine it's a little like New York, right? Hot, humid, sticky, but without the urban confluence or influence, I should say. Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm the same way. I love the heat. I love the heat. Um, And it's interesting because, what we were talking about yesterday, how that Page of Pentacles reverse, how, the heat can often drain us of a lot of energy. And yeah, there's a lot of energy. It can make us really tired. Um, and I'm really lucky because we don't get that humidity here. I actually really like humidity. I like how it feels, but I have only experienced it like on tropical vacations. So if I was to live in an environment like that, I don't know how pleased I would be with it. But it's nice, like, when you're not used to it. But yeah, living in it, I could imagine that would be tough. Because when it's a dry heat, I find that it's like actually really invigorating for me. When I'm cold, it takes so much energy for me to just warm myself up. Um, really makes me appreciate the heat. Tropical humidity is way different than lab lock. Oh, landlocked humidity. Yes, yeah. I have experienced landlocked humidity. I was in Ohio. Um, was it last summer? It was the summer before last, I want to say. And yeah, it was a very very humid heat, and it was not like Hawaii or like Florida or where else have I been that's humid. Um, I guess certain parts of Mexico. Yeah, now that I think about it, I really haven't explored too much of this country. A lot of places I have yet to go. Yeah, totally. Landlocked is way worse. And like, if you're in like Hawaii or somewhere, it's like, okay, well, it's humid, but you can like go to a waterfall or go to like, forest, rainforest, or the beach. Very different for sure. Inland Florida humidity is also bad. Yes. Yeah. Well, Orlando is Orlando inland? It is, isn't it? I've only been to Orlando in Florida. Um, I'd love to go to Miami. That's definitely on my bucket list. I'd like to go there. My family laughed at me when I told them to bring a sweatshirt when we were in the Keys in August. Oh, I've never been to the Keys. It gets cold in August because they're islands. They were laughing how the trade winds blew through at night. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, anywhere that's, surrounded by sea, surrounded by water, gonna get cold, gonna get windy. Yeah. Oh, did they have to go buy some, like at the store? Because I can't play around when it comes to my coldness. No, I need my warmth. Yeah, Florida, very, very interesting weather for sure. Yeah, you can't play around when it comes to being warm. And we just received a donation. Hey, Nadia. Thank you so much for your donation, girl. How are you doing? Well, when you are on an island where the Atlantic is your front yard and your backyard is the Gulf. Yeah, for real. Right, right, Debbie? It's just like, hello. But, people got to really check the weather where they go to visit. People just assume that I live in a really, really warm climate. I'm like, y'all haven't been because California is such a huge state. People just hear California, they automatically think super, super hot. Ooh, no, there are many cold parts of this state. Luckily, I live in a very tiny microclimate where it does get really cold, but it's a 20-minute drive to the city, and it's usually warmer in the city versus like anywhere outside of the city, the town that I live in. Yeah, no, you get it. You totally get it, Debbie. No, the people who really don't get it, like a lot, like people in Europe especially, will just be like, why are you wearing a giant jacket right now? You live in California, right? I'm like, yes, huge state. Like, and you probably haven't been, a lot of people skip Northern California when they visit California, sadly. They're doing themselves a disservice. Yes, it is cold sometimes here, but it's the best. It's the best. Miss Nadia, please go ahead and post your question right there in the chat. Thank you, hon. This sweater always looks so crazy. What is this fabric called again? Dove's Eye. Dove's Eye stitching. And it looks just crazy on the camera. Miss Nadia, you there, girl? Probably just typing the question. Please go ahead and post your question, Nadia. Thank you. There she is. Would it be better to stay at my current job or leave? Okay. Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Should Nadia stay at her current job? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Should Nadia stay at her current job? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Should Nadia stay at her current job? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Should Nadia stay at her current job? I'm sorry, hun. Why I'm blanking on your sign. Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Should Nadia stay at her current job? Are you a Taurus? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Should Nadia stay at her current job? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Should Nadia stay at her current job? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Should Nadia stay at her job? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Should Nadia stay at her current job? Ancient Masters and Spirit Guides. Should Nadia stay at her current job? Page of Pentacles, Two of Wands, Strength, the Sun, and Page of Wands reversed. The answer is yes at this time, yeah. Capricorn, okay, yeah. Work focused, work minded. The answer at this time, it sounds like you don't. Well, I see it too with this Two of Wands. It's you're trying to make a decision here, and it's not. I'm not just saying that because you asked me, should I stay or should I go? But Spirit acknowledges that as well. But they're saying that at this time you should stay. You absolutely have the strength and the fortitude to continue forth with this job. With this Page of Pentacles, I'm going to assume that the job, I hope that the job pays well, and the pay is commensurate with your value and what you offer. But especially with this Page of Pentacles, I don't know if Debbie's still watching, but Page of Pentacles was a theme for her readings yesterday. Page of Pentacles upright, especially with this Pentacles money, Spirit is saying that, and I don't know, this happens a lot in the workspace, but because I have a lot of people come to me saying, I have no idea where I stand at my job. I don't hear any feedback. I don't know if that's the case for you. If it is the case for you, to that I say a lot of jobs, and I think it's really, really toxic and really unhealthy, but most jobs, most places will not tell you, won't give you feedback unless you've done something wrong. So if you're not hearing anything negative from them, you're doing everything right. And I also feel like things are going to improve. I'm definitely seeing that here with the Sun, Strength right next to each other. I don't know how long you've been at this current job for, and I don't know if it's something that you want it to be like your like very long lasting, long term job. Capricorn, your card is the Devil, and the Devil is representative of that, the old ball and chain of work, of being inextricably bound to a company or business or whatever type of entity that you work for, whatever type of corporate entity that you work for. Spirit is also acknowledging with this Page of Wands reversed that, and please correct me if I'm wrong, with this Two of Wands, I would assume that you have been looking at other opportunities for work. But Spirit, with this Page of Wands reverse, which is all about like venturing out, discovery, of a new, like at the onset of a new journey, we do have it in its reverse form. Just telling me what I'm hearing from Spirit is that even if you are looking right now at other positions, and this could be all of these or just one of them, either you haven't found what you have seen wouldn't be better than what you currently have. It wouldn't pay better. It wouldn't be a better environment for you. It wouldn't be commensurate with what you're doing and what your skills are. Doesn't mean, but that doesn't mean that there isn't another wonderful opportunity out there for you that could be better than the job that you currently have. However, Spirit is saying that until you have found something that you really feel that you could come, and I shouldn't say comfortably move to, because all change is uncomfortable in some respect, but confidently move to. Until you find that, until you see that, that's when it would be, that's when the time will come to make the decision of should I stay or should I go. You don't strike me as the type of person who would just leave a job without having one lined up to move forward to. And that is not only of the essence if you want to leave your current job, but finding something that's better, and not settling for something that might be like mediocre compared to what you're doing now, or yeah, just not as the message I'm getting is that I hear you, and I feel that you want to leave, that there's something that's pushing you away, but Spirit is saying that at this time you have an interview tomorrow for a new one. Awesome. Just be sure, and that's this Two of Wands. You've got a decision to make. Just be sure that that it is indeed a better opportunity than what you're currently in, better job than what you're currently working, because I've definitely been in places, when I you know, working and really wanting to leave that work environment. And I've definitely left work environments with another job to move to, but I settled for something less just to get out of toxicity and BS. And sometimes that's necessary, though. Sometimes that's necessary for our mental health, and our overall well-being. But congratulations on um, getting an interview for tomorrow. Um, can you tell me what time it is? Not right now. I mean, what time? Because I want to send you a little prayer tomorrow when you're gonna do your interview. I like to do that for people. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. Do I wish I'd stayed? No, no, I don't. At first I had some regrets. But the path was rocky at first. 3:15 p.m. You're so welcome. What time zone are you in? I'll write it down. Everything. I always like to say a prayer for people when they're going into an interview. Um, especially my Cappies, my Capri Suns. You guys are the workers, the great workers of the world. Um, yeah, I really hope that this new job or this interview for this company, I really hope that this is, um, well, I hope you get it only if it's better than what you currently have. You know, you just don't want to get into something that's not. So, okay, so you asked me how I felt about wishing if I'd stayed. And no, if I had stayed, I would have been a completely different person. Who knows where I'd be? Who knows what I'd be? Who knows what would be going on in my world? Do I think it would have improved it? I don't necessarily know or think so. It was so long ago. Um, but that was really a matter of like mental health. Like it was just such a toxic environment, and it was a really, really bad time as well. Um, Late 2008, right after the big like crash. So like everyone was also looking for jobs. So it was tough. It was very tough, and that energy also bled into the workplace as well. I was working for a law firm, and yeah, no, it was really, really tough, and it was even hard, even as much as I loathed that place, it was even hard leaving, oddly enough. But it's just a matter of, you know, I think when it comes to that, it's just you know, how change is uncomfortable and scary, even if it's something that we know is not serving us. And I don't know if you've ever been there, but like, you know, say a really bad relationship or a really bad living environment or whatever the case may be, and then you get yourself out of it, and it's still tough because now you have to, you know, figure out the next step, or not even figure, if you have the next step figured out, which I did, it's about, well, navigating the next step, navigating what's new. But I have no regrets. I did the right thing, um, and and stayed true to myself, and yeah, staying focused, staying in the present moment, and not devaluing yourself, which I know you don't do. You know, you're very well aware of your value and your strengths and what you're worth. Um, and that's so very, very important, um, in navigating this. But in conclusion, Spirit saying for the time being, yes, you're going to want to stay. But there are definitely better opportunities for you on the horizon, that I know you're going to snag. I know you will. Well, thank you so very much, Nadia. I really appreciate you, girl. And good luck with everything, of course, tomorrow. I don't know what time zone you're in. Please let me know so I can say a little prayer. At that time, I'll be thinking of you. Otherwise, I'll just say my prayers tonight and tomorrow. Um, but not like I think you need the luck, but it's always nice to have. Um, yeah, good things coming towards you, Nadia. Thank you so much. So the donation queue is currently open, everybody. Whoever makes a donation next will be next. Thank you so much. Can you ask if someone is needing to communicate with me? Yeah, that's a question I could answer, Debbie. Yeah. All right, it looks like I have been on for a little over 2 hours now. Debbie, I don't know if you're there, hun, but I am more than happy to answer that question for you. I am going to do a last call for any and all donations tonight. If you have a question that you would like me to answer for you, now would definitely be the time. Just let me know. Last call for any and all donations. Thank you. Last call, everybody, for any and all donations tonight. Thank you. Last call, everybody. Tonight, for any and all donations, if you have a question, now would be the time to ask. Last call, everybody. Last call for any and all donations tonight. Thank you. Last call, everybody, for any and all donations tonight. Thank you. All right, and with that, I'm going to call it a wonderful, wonderful night. Thank you all so very much, and I will see you again soon. Bye.